Good morning, guys. A lot of talk lately about these cardboard flips. You know, you put your coin in there, you staple them a couple of times, you squeeze down the staples. You can do anything with them. You can put them in boxes, store them that way, nice and tidy. You get all your dates in a row. You can put them in the pages, for example. Have a whole notebook, loop leaf binder, just fill it up with whatever, whatever order you like. You can write on the things. Any information you want, date, grade, price. They've been around forever. They're going to stick around forever. They're an industry standard and they work great. They got some problems, of course. Over time they tend to yellow. They get grungy, you handle them a lot, all that stuff on your fingers. The staples themselves, let me throw that around. They're going to rust over time. You get a really good staple, you're okay, but they're going to rust. In the end, these are single-use containers. Okay, you can see the design here. It's a sheet of mylar stuck to a piece of cardboard, cut down the center so it'll flip. It's called the cardboard flip. Real handy. Some problems with them. Over time, the mylar will separate. I got a whole bunch of these, and they're just, time to go. Okay. There's other things you can get. There's plastic. They work great, but we're going to talk about the cardboard today. Now, how many staples you put in, that's up to you. Some people like to see 4 in there, 3, 4. You want 10 in there? It's your cardboard. Do whatever you like. 3 is about the minimum to secure that coin. One particular problem with these, you got a cut out that fits a specific size. You want a quarter size? Well, you got to buy 100 of those. You want nickel size? You need 100 of those. Well, some of these will double up. You can use the cents for dimes, pennies. You can use the quarters for nickels and quarters. But let's take a look at the stapler now. They're asking what kind of stapler you need. This is a swing line. Turns out it's a model 747. Solid steel. It's a $20 stapler. The cheap stuff actually costs more than the heavy-duty stuff because you got to replace it in a couple of years. It's junk. Don't buy junk. If you're going to buy something, get the good one. What's going to happen on these staplers? You get this little prong right up here at the edge. This is what pushes the staple through this slot here and comes into your 2x2, into your flip. And when that thing gives out, when that little prong right here gets bent, worn out, gets a fray in it, it's not going to work anymore. You're not going to get any more staples out. Okay. Now with the staples, well, you got to buy the stapler. You got to buy the staples. This is just a box of staples, PF4 size, just a standard staple. But you got to have all this stuff now. You just get the plastic flips. They're about a penny more, but all you need is a piece of paper. You put your coin in one side, you stick the paper in the other, and you're done. You don't have to get all this up, all the equipment that goes with it. Once you put your staple in, of course, then you're gonna flatten it down. I got a pair of pliers. Just get in there, give it a squeeze. It's a wicked pain in the ass when you need to get the coin out. Alrighty. They'll take tools to try to pry the staples up so they can reuse the thing. Well, the plastics are reusable right now. All you have to do is open up the pocket and the coin will drop right out. I really recommend these. The cardboard, they've been around for 200 years and they've done great, but really let's move up to the next century. Now let's look at how we're going to get that coin out of there. As you know, these things get grungy and screwed up over time. You could take tools, take a skill saw and try to chop the thing out. That's the ideal tool right there. There's a toothpick. Alright, that mylar breaks real easy. Stick it in, twist it around, your penny will pop right out. The best part is, you're not exposing it to those staples. You ever seen the coin with a big line right down the middle because they scratched it up getting it out? That's probably the easiest way to get it out of there. Okay, now we can transfer it to something else. Let's put it in another 2x2. I'm going to get it in there, line it right up. Now before I do this, I'm going to wipe this off with a nice towel, keep it clean, dust free. I'm going to put that right in there. Make sure it's centered, a little off. I have no dexterity in my fingers. Okay, that's probably right. You're going to be gentle with them. And that's centered. Now I'm going to give it one at the bottom. Real easy. One at 2 o'clock. Another one at 10 o'clock. Alright, now let's look at this. Let's see if we can get the, there we go. You got to watch out when you staple, because if it drops, you're going to staple right through the face. You get a big mark. What I'm trying to find is the distance from the front to that coin. Alright, I'll bring the stapler close, but not too close. Once I get into place, just give it a squeeze. She'll go right through. Now I've got these staple ends. This is the clinch. There's flat clinch staplers, your standard clinch staplers, which will be rounded. The flat, they're going to come out, they're going to be flat as a pancake already. But I got to get these flat, or when I put them in a storage box and they move around as I'm looking for something, those little bumps are going to scrape on the coin behind it. Alright, I've got a raised area here, steel. The Mylar is good protection for a while, but it's really not going to hold up to continued rubbing and abrasion. Okay, and as I showed you before, I'm going to get in there and just give it a squeeze. It ain't much. Just squeeze them flat. I do this every single time I ship a coin. Alrighty, that's done. Now you can write on this directly. I've seen people use labels, and that works great. Here's one that's got, well, this is a self-adhesive folder, but the labels, they look a little more professional than scribbling all over the darn thing. And you're just making a mess of it after a while. That's trash. The self-adhesive, they have the same problem with the Mylar. Over time, it's going to dry up and separate. And then, you know, you got junk again. These are more expensive than the regular cardboard. But if that's what you like, then go for it. I really do recommend the plastic. And there's all kinds of ways to upgrade the plastic. Oh, there's several types. You have the inexpensive type of plastic. This is a BCW, for example. They're flexible. Alrighty. The flexible has the PVC in there. You want the unplasticized. They're stiff, right? They're going to bounce back. These guys are loose and wimpy. And the way BCW does, they put their logo in the corner. So on one side, I can't shove a piece of paper down there without hitting those corners. Oh, well, they work, and they're not too expensive, but they're not made for long-term use. You want the unplasticized if you want to do long-term use. Another way to upgrade is the acrylic holder. Now these are real nice. Got a bunch of these not too long ago. They get a foam insert. These are also reusable, and you can put stickers on them, label them any way you like. And they're a bit of a challenge to open with these fingers. Yep. Okay, there's your foam. That's all that is. Got the cutout size for whatever you like. You take your penny or your whatever you got for a coin, put it right in there. Looks good, holds up, and it goes that way. And it's going to be great. But the problem with these babies is over time they're going to scuff. I've got, here we go, I've got a 1914S. This is in an NGC holder, but as you can see, well, maybe you can't see. Let's try to get the light on there. There's a lot of scuffing here. Maybe you can see this sort of a gray area. These are really tough to photograph through. Alright, you can put stickers on there. Well, the sticks around. But boy, these are hard to clean up. So if you're going to use an acrylic holder, store it in a bag. Now these come with a bag, so that's real handy. But you got a piece of tape in the way. That'll keep it from getting scuffed up. There are bags 2x2. They got the Ziploc right across the top. They're real nice, and that'll protect your 2x2s. You can get a slab style acrylic holder, and these are real slick. They're about $1.50 a piece. Good Lord. How much do you spend per coin? They're 2-part. The insert is flexible rubber. You can put stickers up here for whatever you like. Identify the coin. The little tabs here are also flexible, and the coin will just push right in. Let me try to set one up here. And you shove your coin. Now this is not a great coin. I'm just gonna shove my finger right on it. You line it up and you got a nice pretty presentation. Now you got some expensive coins you want to sell. You know, you're doing a coin show or something. This is a great presentation. You line the table with those. You're gonna look professional. Okay. Here's an advantage with the plastic flips. One size fits all. Well, maybe not the the crowns and sovereigns. This is, what is this? A large cent. I don't have to have a specific size as I do with the the cent, dime, nickel, quarter. One size will fit everything. Boy, those are handy. I recommend them. Well, that's all I've got for now, folks. You take it easy.